Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Anna Corinne. I am with the Office of Civic Engagement, and we are conducting interviews with members of the executive board to kind of get to know their positions, what that looks like, and hopefully encourage a lot of you to run for those positions if you're interested. So I'll pass it over to you, Carson, to introduce yourself and just talk a little bit about your position.
Awesome, thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Carson Brock. I use he, him, his pronouns. I'm a third year here at Western studying business and sustainability. And my position is AS Vice President for Student Services, which kind of focuses a lot around students on campus and off campus around the different services that we provide through housing and dining and transportation, student success services, academic services, and mental health services. So any service that we provide to students is something that you will be working with if you decide to run for this position. I decided to run last year because I was an RA and I was really interested in connecting with students, especially like first and second year students on campus. So I really was interested, and I heard about the position through my resident advisor chain and was super intrigued by the role that that person played. So I met with them and decided that this was something that I really wanted to do. And I decided to run. Last year was definitely a very weird time to decide to run. It was like the middle of COVID. So that was definitely kind of stressful, but I definitely was really excited and happy that I had like the opportunity to run and get to know more about the university and the AS. So some advice that I would have for somebody running is to be yourself. Don't worry too much about, public speaking or just the process of running against people. I think that it's really important to just, try to stay calm and focused and like still care about your mental health and your school and your personal life. But also just like engage with people whatever way we can online. Obviously, it's, curveballs and throwing different challenges our way. But I think it's really important to try to engage with students and see what students in different clubs want to work on and how you can best support them in that role as a liaison between administrators and the student body. But also just have fun. I mean, I know that sounds kind of weird, but you never get the opportunity really to like run against someone or run for things all the time. And I think it's a really great, experience, especially making graphics and being able to engage with the student population and doing forums is something that is actually like good experience, but it's not something that you do every day. So I think that would be some advice that I have. Also, sorry, I don't know if I'm supposed to be like running all the way through these or, okay, cool. So what is being on the exec board like? And what skills do you develop in the role? I would say you develop so many skills in this type of work. I think the main thing for me is in this role, in a lot of just any AS role, you have a boss, but you're mostly being advised and you don't have someone telling you what to do 24/7, like breathing down your neck. And you really have opportunity to work on things that you want to work on. So I think that was really great to kind of experience that and, talk to my advisors about things that I want to do and things that I think the student body needs, and them giving their perspective and their ideas, but not flat out saying I need to do this or whatever. So I think that was really awesome, being able to work and have that be something that I get to work on for this year, especially in the online environment. So I really think that is like one of the biggest skills, is like being able to work individually, but also in a team effort. A lot of the people in the AS exec board have their own projects that they're working on in their own avenues, but like also we're a team and we want to and need to work together. So I think that is something that really helped me develop my working skills, is be able to have my own thing and be able to work individually a lot, but also be able to identify times when I need a partner and projects that I think other people should be roped in on. So I really sets you up for the professional world and the work world, whereas a lot of other jobs at this time kind of don't set you up in that way, which I think is super awesome. And you also get to engage with a lot of different demographics on campus. You get to talk with different faculty and administrators and students and student clubs. So you really get to know the structure of the university. So I think that's just also helpful as a student too, because the college system is not very accessible. And that's something that, I hope that all the other AS board members are aware of and working towards, but it helps, me even as a student to understand different programs or services that we provide and be able to tell my friends about this. So I think that you understand the university better, which I think is a really great skill to have throughout your time at Western. And what are my goals moving into what were your goals moving into the position, and what have you been able to do since your position so far? Yeah, so going into it, I had no idea what I was really doing. I didn't really know the role of this position. This specific position has only been a thing for 1 year, so there wasn't really a lot of background information. So it was a lot of critical thinking and trying to brainstorm ways that I can make this position happen. And then we also had COVID in the middle of everything, so that was also a very interesting time. So some of my goals definitely have changed throughout the beginning of the when I wanted to run, but I really wanted to, in the beginning of me running, I wanted to make sure that students were being heard and administrators were listening to students. And I think that that is something that everybody says every year and is something that still needs to be fixed. But I'm hoping that with the work that all of the AS board has done this this year has helped help that. So that would be one of the things that I really wanted to work on throughout the year, at the beginning of the year. And I feel like that has transposed into a lot of the work that I have been doing in different projects that I have been doing throughout this whole year. I would also say one of my goals was making our services more accessible to students in this online environment, and really being critical on the services that we have online and how effective they are. A lot of students don't know about a lot of the services that Western is providing, and that shouldn't be the student's fault for not knowing. It should be, the administrators and the different departments' role to really critically think of how they can reach different student groups and students, especially in this time where a lot of students are living at home or have never been to Western in person. So I think that that is something that I've been working on, and I do think that there has been a lot of success, and also some success with really thinking about how we can set up our offices more accessible and have these online resources even when COVID is not as prevalent, and we're more in person. I don't know if that made any sense, but so I think that's awesome too, is that we're learning from these online environments and how we can better shift services online and in person to better serve students who might not have time to go all to these in-person places. So that's definitely one goal that I didn't have in the beginning of it, but was something that once I understood what the position was and kind of understood how long COVID was going to impact the school and the students, that's something that I really wanted to work towards. But other than that, I would say that my main goal when I first started running was just to listen to students. And I think that in this position you have to be able to adapt and learn, and you may have certain goals going into it, even like I did, where that doesn't serve the students as well as you think it will, or it's not the projects that are as necessary or as prevalent in the moment to start doing. So I hope everyone thinks about running for a position. And also, if anyone has any questions about this position or any of the other positions, please feel free to email my vice president email or my personal email if they have more questions or want more info. I think this is a really great opportunity if you're looking for leadership on campus. And I also want to stress how important it is that you do not have to be involved with the AS. I had no idea really how the AS worked or functioned when I ran, and it was a lot of learning. But I think that there's this stigma that you have to be involved with the AS, or only people within AS employees are able to run or get elected, and that is simply not true. I really encourage anyone who is slightly interested to look into more info and to run. I think this is a really great opportunity to serve the student body and also work on leadership skills and how we can be more inclusive with our leadership and make sure that we are serving all students, not just a certain student group. And we can support students through, this hard time. This will be a really important year to be able to support students, as we're going to be more in person this next coming fall, and there will be a lot of different challenges that we'll have to face because of the impacts of COVID. So we need student leadership now more than ever, and I hope y'all consider running for AS Exec Board or AS Senate.